Okay, so if you're watching this video, you know that you've been consuming a lot. You know that there's been a lot of opportunity around you, but you still have not done anything. Watch this video because this is the perfect video for you. Let's talk about it. Let me show you how to make money online like this. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online, and I'm going to show you for absolutely free, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to make your first $500 online while you sleep, even if you just started today. I'll see you there. You know, I have to be honest. When I first created this video, I fought with it because I didn't really want to create this video, but I left so many things out on the first video. I wanted to create a second version of this video. Now, it's a fact. You're here and watching this video because you know that you're meant for more, but you also know that you've probably been in your own way. Now, in my shoes, I would spend so much time consuming content. I would watch TikTok. I would watch Instagram. I would watch YouTube. I would learn about YouTube automation. Then I would learn about digital products. Then I would learn about drop shipping. Then I would learn about e-commerce. Then I would learn about, selling digital products, and I would keep educating myself. And then when it's time to do something about it, I would sit down and not know what to do because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to pick. So hopefully the things that I say in this video speaks directly to you, because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be raw in this video, and I'm just going to tell 100% the truth about myself and why I spent so many years consuming and not creating. The first reason I spent so many years consuming and not creating is because I would give up too quick. Now, I have notes over here that I had to write. I would give up too quick. Let me ask you this. Do you finish everything that you start? Probably not. I didn't finish most of the things that I started, right? Me and my family started a YouTube channel many years ago, a family channel, and we were doing great where we pranked, we did pranks and everything was wonderful, right? And after maybe a year and a couple months, I stopped. And the reason that I stopped is because I got to a point where I didn't know what else to do. And what I noticed about myself is, dang, I didn't just do that once. I did that over and over and over again. See, one thing that you need to understand about ourselves is we're never going to be able to outperform how we really feel about ourselves. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you're around. You will never be able to outperform how you really feel about yourself. And it's crazy, right? Because I'm a Christ believer. I'm a Christ believer. How dare me think that success wasn't for me? How dare me sit back and believe that everything that I started I couldn't complete because it wasn't working at that time? That's not the only thing I gave up. I've started multiple businesses. I've been all over the network marketing scene. I would start a network marketing business as soon as everything starts to roll, or in the beginning, I will be excited, right? I'm excited. I'm telling everybody about it. I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything that I need to do. And then a week later, it starts to change and I quit. I go and I do something else. I remember doing real estate. I'm telling on myself today. I remember doing real estate, going after real estate, and I was so hyped and so motivated because I wanted to make more money. I wanted to live a better life. So I started that, got into it, and as soon as I found out, well, if you want to really take it to the next level, you're going to have to, take the test and learn. I quit. So understand that if you're watching this video, God is telling you that it's time for you to create and not consume, but it's time for you to create from a place of knowing, listen, you need to finish whatever you start. And this is me. I'm talking to me. But if I'm talking to you, then you're supposed to see this video. In so many ways, I would quit almost everything that I started as soon as it got hard. And if I think even deeper, relationships. I would start relationships as soon as something happened that I didn't like, I'm gone. So I had to shape that. I had to stop doing that, because how could I ever get to another level if everything that I started, I quit as soon as it got difficult? Now, next thing. The next problem that I had is I was cheap. I was cheap. I didn't want to invest into knowledge. I didn't want to invest in how to do things the right way the first time. I spent a lot. The reason I spent so much time consuming is because I had lack of knowledge. I didn't know how to do exactly what I wanted to do. Not only did I not know what to pick or what to field to go into, but I didn't even know what to do. And I would see an opportunity right in front of me to be able to invest in myself, to be able to learn how to do something right the first time. And I will go and, make an excuse and move on to the next thing. That hurt me. That hurt me. And it's probably hurting you. It's probably hurting you. You have to understand that if you're doing things, or you start something and you start it the wrong way, or you're starting it without knowledge of how to do it, you are going to make mistakes. Some of those mistakes are going to cost you a lot more money. Some of those mistakes are going to cost you a lot of time. Some of those mistakes are going to force you to have to start over and over and over and over again. And I experienced that. And the only thing that happens from that place is when you start to try things and they don't work. And actually, that's the problem. I would try things. I wouldn't do it. I don't even use the word try anymore. So if the only reason you're watching this video, stop trying, do it. Stop trying. You've tried enough already. Trying things has gotten you to where you are. You got to stop trying it, and you got to make a decision to do it. But if you do it, when you do it, you got to do it with the right set of knowledge. Because if you don't, that's going to hurt you. Now, next, I would also consume because I was looking to be motivated. I actually, at a point in time in my life, felt like I needed to be motivated in order to make a move, in order to invest, in order to learn, in order to take action. I needed to be motivated. Boy, was I wrong. And the reason I was wrong is because there were times where I would wake up in the morning, be highly motivated, right? I would get an email that would kill my motivation, or a phone call that would kill my motivation. And once my motivation was gone, how can I create anything if I'm not motivated? Or so I thought. That's what I needed. And that's when I realized motivation is just a feeling. You don't need motivation in order to change your life. You don't need to be motivated by anybody. What you need is discipline. Because discipline alone, listen, you can be motivated to go to the gym and never do it. You can be motivated to eat right and never do it. You can be motivated to make more money, but never do it. Why? Because outside of motivation, you're going to have to do something. And that only comes with discipline. Now, whether I want to do it or not, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I'm disciplined and I know what has to be done. I'm speaking to somebody. So understand that motivation is just a feeling. It's not real. You don't need it in order to get to the next level of your finance, of your life. You don't need it. It's a feeling. Let me prove it to you. When you wake up every morning, are you happy? Or when you wake up every morning, are you sad? Are you hungry all day? No. All of these are feelings. They're feelings. And you can't let a feeling make or break what or how you live in your life. That's why God put this message on my heart, to be able to let you know it's time to stop consuming. It's time to create. Now, I don't know what it is for you to create, but you know what it is for you to create. Now, Another problem I had is I was impatient. I was impatient. You know, and honestly, I think that being on Instagram is what made me impatient, right? And I think that IG does not stand for Instagram. I think IG stands for instant gratification, because you post a video, you want an instant like, you want an instant share, you want an instant view, you want an instant comment, and then what we do is we carry those traits and those thoughts into everything that we do in our life. So I was impatient. I wanted to start a business on Monday and make $1 million by Tuesday. Literally. But I'm not the only one. If you're still watching this video, you might be like that too. Impatient. Wanting things to happen like this. And it's okay to want things to happen like this, but it's not realistic. It's not realistic. And see, these are the things that, and I'm cold right now, so that's the reason I keep, pushing my nose up, because I'm cold. I'm in my studio and it's freezing down here. But I was impatient. Now, outside of me being impatient, another thing that stopped me from creating, I had a negative mindset. A very, very, very negative mindset. And my negative mindset was so powerful. It was based on however I felt, and how I felt was based on something that happened. How can you wake up in the morning and not be grateful that you woke up in the morning, and have the nerve to let a text message or a phone call stop you from feeling happy, from feeling grateful? How? I know that was one of my problems. That was one of my problems. I had a very negative mindset. And man, if I were to be honest, there's still times where I have a negative mindset. I'm not going to sit in front of you and act like I have all of this taken care of. There's many times I had a negative mindset. Now, outside of that, I also had unreasonable expectations. Listen, if I have the nerve to watch a video on how to do YouTube automation, and then turn around within the same hour and watch a video on how to do real estate, and then how to do digital marketing, and then how to do all these things, my expectations is, I'm going to literally do something, and I'm going to make $1 million in a day, and everything is going to be great. Unreasonable. That's unreasonable. The same reason that I quit on the businesses, the same reason that I quit on the YouTube channel, is because I had unreasonable expectations. The reason a lot of people won't turn on their camera and just start a YouTube channel is because they feel like it takes too long. That's how I felt. I looked at everybody else and I said, man, he's been on YouTube for 10 years. He's been on YouTube for 5 years. He's been on YouTube for eight years. I don't want to take 10 years to be able, so I'm not going to do it. Playing myself, hurting myself. Not hurting anyone else, hurting myself, because at the end of the day, I'm not creating. I'm not doing the thing that I was put here to do. And this is all facts, man. So I had unreasonable expectations. Now, the last thing is my failure to take action. It was hard to ever get to the point where I could create like I was meant to create, but I failed to take action. I didn't take action. I spent a lot of time, like I said, consuming. I spent even more time thinking about what I wanted to do. I spent even more time hoping someone, here's how sick in my mind that I was, right? I literally believed in my mind that all I had to do was sit down, pray, and wait, and my life was just going to mysteriously change. Boy, was I wrong. And I think that's the reason why I was really meant to create this video for you. That's one of the reasons I was meant to create this video, is because I know you watching, you may believe that there's a Christ, that Christ is out there, but for whatever reason, you don't trust him. You don't trust him. I remember as a kid going to church and leaving the church. I would hear people and see people, shouting and doing all of these things, and I would watch them singing, and just literally, just putting themselves in a place where they're just gratitude, right? And then they would leave and talk about how broke they were. I literally would hear some of the young ladies that I would watch shout in a church about how grateful she was, walk outside and overhear a conversation like, hey, well, let's go to this restaurant. Well, no, I can't afford that. Wait a minute. And as a kid, that confused me. It made me feel like everything that I was consuming in church was fake. I'm keeping it real. I'm being honest. Now, a lot of people won't say this, but I'm being honest. As a kid, I started to believe that there was no such thing as a God when I was a kid because of so many things that I saw. So honestly, that could have been the reason, that could have been another reason why it took me so long to create and to get to the person or become the person that I'm meant to be. At the end of the day, you're standing in your own way. You're watching this video because you are meant for more than where you are right now. And guess what? You know you're meant for more. You know it without a shadow of a doubt. That's why you're still watching this video. Because you know you're meant for more. But you may not believe it's even possible for you. You may not believe that it'll even work out for you. Do yourself a favor and find one vehicle that inspires you, motivates you, and take that to another level. But if you do nothing after watching this video, stop consuming and start creating. Stop consuming and start creating. And when I say stop consuming, I don't mean stop watching YouTube videos to learn. But after you watch the video, apply, take action, because that is the only thing that's going to change anything for you. If it's lack of knowledge, get the knowledge. If you give up quickly, stop giving up quickly. If you feel that you need to be motivated, understand that motivation is a feeling. If you're impatient, get patient. If you have a negative mindset, escape that. If you have unreasonable expectations, stop. But last but not least, if you do nothing else, don't fail to take action. Take action. Because that's the only thing, and I mean literally the only thing, that's going to change anything for you. Now, if you're still watching this video, I want to give you the opportunity to do something about it. You've spent time consuming this video. Now it's time to do something about it. I want to show you for absolutely free how to create your first $500 online while you sleep. Literally. Now, if you also know that you're looking for a way to be able to make more money, this is an opportunity right here in front of you. Click the link in the description, absolutely free. I'm going to send you my free video that's going to show you exactly how I'm doing what I'm doing and how you can do the exact same thing. Click the link in the bio, but regardless of what you do, stop consuming and start creating. I'll see you on the next video.